So here we are, we're off adventuring again. We've left home and we're now at the Discovery Park Tannum Sands caravan park, not far from Gladstone. And we've only just arrived, but it looks a really great park here. So we're setting off for another adventure, going from Tannum Sands. We're going to make our way over to the Sapphire gem fields and up the coast to Bowen. So come along, share the adventure with us. So we've gone for a walk down to the beach now at Tannum Sands, and just all these cargo ships waiting offshore, ready to come into port to load up. So day 2 of our trip out to the Sapphire gem fields, and we've now arrived at a place called Westwood, where we've just decided to pull over, have coffee. We've only got about 70 kilometres left to go on our trip today, but it took us a fair while to find a nice rest area. So we've stopped at the Westwood community hall, where we can pull over, have a coffee, go to the toilet before we drive on to Duaringa Free Camp. So
I've got caramel slice.
Oh, we've got caramel slice too. So does it get any better? We'll show you Duaringa when we get there. It's a free camp, and I'm hoping to be able to put the drone up and give an aerial shot of what it's like before it gets crowded this afternoon with other campers. But it's, like I say, it's a free camp. Oh, there's a caramel slice, yum. And they just asked for a donation at the community centre there.
So we finished driving for today and we pulled into Duaringa Free Camp overnight, which is actually a really lovely spot. And I'm making some lunch. We're going to have toasted sandwich today, ham, cheese and tomato sanger. Can't beat that, can you?
Sounds yummy. And Duaringa Free Camp, it's in between Rockhampton and Emerald, isn't it, in Queensland?
Yeah.
Just so people know where it is. And I've taken some photos. I'm about to put the drone up, and it looks like a great site. We're here at about 1:30 in the afternoon, and the campsite is already starting to fill up with vans pulling in. So later today there might be 30 vans here. And
there's toilets here.
And hot showers.
Hot showers, is that right?
Yeah. And just a donation at the information centre.
Yeah. Too hot?
It is on high, yep.
We'll show you when it's finished.
So Linda and I have just arrived this morning at Armfest Fossicking Park. Going to try our hand at fossicking and just see what little sapphires that we can come up with.
And we'll need to tip about 1/3 of your bag in. Lasty looking things there, you can see the shiny things on the surface there, that's sapphire.
No,
a lot easier the concentrate bags because they've been through a process with the mine to concentrate for a beginner to wash all that iron off. So you want to have a bit of a play with this, little short quick shakes under the water. See that little dimple that's happening there? If you can sort of get that motion and the rattle sound, then you're doing the right motion. Beautiful. Get that rattly motion happening.
I like the idea where the ladies get to do the work.
Take your top sieve off, leave that one just for now, and we take this over here and flip it on the mat. So when we flip, fingers underneath, elbows out a bit, and it's always an up and over and towards you and down motion. Okay, so it's more of a that way rather than a that way, otherwise they tend to go all over the shop. Okay, so get around the sun side and start picking out your blue, blacks and greens. See that bluey looking thing there? That's a very pretty little bluey thing there. The sapphire. And see them sort of ones there as well?
Yeah.
And these, yep, there's actually quite a few in there, so you picked a good bag.
Winning.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, wow.
That's a blue yellow. That's going to cut up quite a nice little piece. That one. A nice,
Oh, nice.
good crystal. That's a good find in your bag. So I'll have 3 different categories or so. So we've got a black spinel category, a star category, and then you've got your gem quality sapphire and zircon pile. It's when that's faceted, it's probably going to facet somewhere around 3/4 of the carat, sort of just not quite the carat mark. So to give you a bit of a size reference.
Yeah.
You need about 6 mils, 6 mil round brilliant to make around a carat. Yeah, the little reds and oranges and pinks, they're your zircon. Okay, so zircon's your natural gemstone.
A $25 bag, and we're going to try a premium bag.
A premium bag. We found quite a few cutting stones in the $25 bag, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And so we've just had BJ's just graded them. And I can see a heap already. Okay, 1, 2.
I'll just show you guys here. We're looking for these ones.
So I've been here for about 3 hours now. Still fossicking. Linda's still
Sorting.
still sorting.
Gotta get the
Linda's still
language
having a
right.
great time. She has found 1 yellow sapphire so far. So we'll get that one graded soon. Got another jar of gems to go and have BJ grade. So it's been a great morning. Have you enjoyed yourself, honey?
Yeah, it's been great. What a great experience. Everyone should come and do this. Must put those in.
Oh, that's a yellow.
Yeah,
That's the yellow.
That's the yellow one.
Yeah, they're rare as hen's teeth.
I know.
Yeah, rare as hen's teeth. Both cuttable, them things, but you can tell the difference. That's more limey. This is proper
Yeah.
proper yellow. Yeah. Golden yellow to be specific.
When did you get to go out to the mine?
When it's busy, like it's tourist season, we don't really do a lot at the mine, other than wash and concentrate. If we run out of the concentrate, we'll have to go. We have to go and do a wash day.
Oh yeah.
So we've got some more for the people. It drops, but probably still worth if you were to buy that stone in a jewellery shop. Half carat yellow, golden yellow, probably around 400, 500 bucks, something like that. 400 bucks.
Incredible.
Yeah. And some of these here, they're worth probably, because they're going to cut a bit bigger, they're probably going to be worth around that sort of similar figure. So each. So obviously your specials are them few there. There's quite a few pretties in there that'll. Yeah, there's a group of them. Yeah, you'll make a nice piece of jewellery out of all that, and all different colours too. So.
Well, Linda and I are now at Muggachino's in Rubyvale after having spent an amazing morning fossicking for sapphires over at Armfest in Sapphire. We actually found quite a few.
Homemade strudel.
Oh, homemade strudel yarn. We actually found quite a few sapphires, didn't we, that are cuttable. So we've just arrived at the Miners Heritage Walk-in Mine, and Linda and I are about to go and do a mine tour and just see what fascinating things that we can learn about underground mining here in the gem fields. Made it. I had an amazing time.
Good.
Did you?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And we've just gone on the underground mine tour, which was just so interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And you were saying you were claustrophobic. How did you find it?
I'm a bit claustrophobic, so I told the tour guide, and he was really understanding. But it's really well ventilated, it's well lit, and it's perfectly safe for anyone to go through. And I really didn't have any problems down there. There's some really cute little microbats down there.
Yeah, they're only about, what, a centimetre in size. They're just so small. And the tour guide showed us a vein of sapphires that are still underground there that haven't been mined yet.
You weren't allowed to have any samples though.
No, he wouldn't give us any samples. I don't understand why. But we had a great time going underground. We went down as far as 17.5 metres was the deepest point.
Yeah.
And directly opposite where we're filming is their fossicking park, where you can come, you can buy bags of wash here, and you can go and try your luck and see if you can find an amazing gem.
And the cafe, Marky. So
And the cafe.
Coffee.
So very shortly we're going to be going and getting some coffee so we don't get cangry. That's coffee angry. So yeah, so if ever you're in Rubyvale, come along, check out the Miners' Heritage. It's it's a great tour. The big mining truck in the background, that's we went underground as far as there. So we're about 17.5 metres underground where that truck is. So I've just popped into Pat's Gems in Sapphire. Another great little area where you can come and get your bags of wash, go through your wash and see what little sapphires you might find. So yeah, another attraction in Sapphire, worth coming in, having a look, having a fossil, stop in, grab a coffee, grab some lunch. Yeah.
Buy jewellery in here as well.
Yeah, you can get some great jewellery as well.
Lovely little spot.
Beautiful place. So we've just driven up from, where did we just drive up from?
Rocky?
Oh, we just drove up from Rockhampton, about 5.5 hour drive. We stopped a few times on the way up. We've just arrived at the Cape Hillsborough Nature Tourist Park. So looking forward to a nice couple of days rest and just exploring and going for beautiful walks through the national park.
Welcome to Cape Hillsborough.
Welcome to Cape Hillsborough. So we've only just arrived at the caravan park here at Cape Hillsborough, but boy, it is so impressive. Just about everything that you could possibly want here, even a small cafe as well. In the background's the pool for the kids. Linda's just been in there trying to get herself wet. A bit later on we'll go exploring and we'll go and do some of the walks around the park here and go down the beach. I'm hoping. Isn't this a great pool area for the kids? You're going to go and see if the water's cold. Off you go. Here's a test of the water. It's a bit chilly. You're not going to jump in? You say no. Okay. So Linda found out why the kangaroos come down on the beach.
They come to get these pods that wash up on the beach overnight, which is why they come every morning.
Yeah.
Because they contain minerals that they need that aren't in the grasses in the area here, so they're actually essential for them to stay healthy. Which is why they come to the beach to get them.
Fascinating kangaroo fact. So Linda's very keen to get moving and to walk out to the island. See how we go. So I've made it pretty much out to Wedge Island off Cape Hillsborough, but a bit of an interesting walk. You can see the oyster encrusted rocks behind me, and it's really muddy, so you'd want to have particular walking shoes on to come through here because you sink down in the mud. So I'm still going to press on. Linda's still coming somewhere behind me. Here she comes, oh intrepid explorer. We continue our walk over to Wedge Island and hopefully not get stuck there at high tide. Well, we made it over from the caravan park, came over to Wedge Island. A bit exciting, wasn't it? This is so pretty over here, isn't it, honey?
Adorable.
The sun's starting to come through. Linda's having to make her way through some water. See the tide's coming in now. Hopefully the other people that are over there behind Linda won't get caught there. They'll need to start moving pretty soon. So the tide's starting to turn now. The water's starting to cut off our access back to the beach. So I'm trying to get Linda safely off the rocks and back down here because as I pan around, the area behind me was dry sand just before. We're back down on the beach again, and yes, we are recording this time
awesome.
instead of filming and not
Taking
recording.
just a photo.
Yeah, or just forgetting to push record more likely. So it's so pretty here.
It is. There's so much to see. There's so much contrast. There's the beautiful palm trees, and then there's the national park.
So we've got a couple of nights here, and so we're going to be having a lot of fun exploring. In the hill just behind me, there's a lookout called Turtle Lookout, so we can go up there and look down on the turtles swimming around in the ocean. How you going, dear? All good. We're on the Andrews Point walking track at Cape Hillsborough National Park. So we've left the caravan park. We're hiking up to a lookout. Now, just a fun fact, Cape Hillsborough was... You're resting on me.
Maybe?
Cape Hillsborough was named by Captain James Cook on his first trip in 1770 when he went past, and he named it after William Hills, the Earl of Hillsborough, back in the late 1700s. And by the way, the park is actually pretty big.
Yeah.
It covers just more than 10 square kilometres. So we're going to keep hiking because as we go a bit higher, there's supposed to be an amazing lookout. So yeah, we just stopped again for a bit of a rest. Just the national park has so much wildlife in it. Has something like 140 species of birds, 8 species of amphibians, 25 reptiles, and numerous mammals as well, probably around about 15, 20 species of mammals as well. So the park is well worth coming and visiting. So here we are, we've made it up to Twin Beach Lookout. You can see Wedge Island in the background. That's the island that Linda and I, there she is. Linda, well done. That's the island that Linda and I walked out to earlier this morning at about 7:30 this morning. We walked over to the island, and clearly if anybody's out there now, they're going to be stuck there until the turn of the tide. We're going to be walking around shortly to another lookout called Turtle Lookout. We're supposed to be able to see turtles swimming around in the ocean. But what an amazing view. So we've just come back from our hike up to Turtle Lookout and Twin Beaches Lookout. We didn't see too many turtles, did we? We saw a couple. So anybody going up to Turtle Lookout now is going to have to come back down the same way because you can't walk around the rocks just behind us. Yeah, had a great couple of days there, and we're now coming into Bowen, and right behind us is
Big mango.
the big mango.
Looks yummy.
There's a lot of mango sorbet in that one. We've just been to the big mango. We're now just around near Horseshoe Bay, and look how amazing it is. People are down snorkeling. I've been seeing some fish. Linda's going around the rocks again just like she did. There she is. So we're coming to the end of this trip. We've had an amazing time, and just Bowen is such a pretty place. We've had an awesome time having a look around Horseshoe Bay and being a bit like mountain goats, climbing all around the rocks, didn't we? So that
Trying
was
to get the perfect photo at Horseshoe Bay.
yeah, trying to get the perfect photo, trying to get the perfect drone shot,
Yeah.
flying around there as well. So it's been awesome. Tomorrow we start the drive home.